What is up, YouTube? TradeModeJames here, Zone Trading Group. Today in this video, we're going to do an update for Microvision's price action since yesterday. And we're going to talk about Fintel 2. Just another quick little update for you guys. I know you guys like these videos, so we'll start making more of them. Before I do that, make sure you guys hit the like button on this video, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell to get notified when I drop a video or I go live. Let's get it. All right, so today, we didn't have much movement, all right, but we did close with a nice green candle, a nice bull candle. All right, we have a lot of wick on the bottom side of this daily candle, and we are headed up towards this 50 SMA. All right, 347 on the close, I believe. Yeah, 347, and we kind of just hung out today. There wasn't much movement. We came down for a little dip here, down to about 323 this morning. And, you know, we're kind of just slowly heading up to that 50 SMA. I've noticed on these breakouts with Mvis, even since, you know, before this wedge, that the breakouts tend to be slow, even when we're going to the downside. So, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time possibly, but this is not the retest. Just so you guys know, this has not been the retest. There's a possibility that we come up to the 50, all right, find some resistance, and then come back down for that retest right here, and then make the move to the upside. That is definitely possible, and that is not out of the realm possibility. And it's actually kind of a coin flip, I think. I think if there's a 50% chance that we do that, and there's a 50% chance that we just go straight through. And we're gonna have to just wait and see. I wish I could give you guys some kind of like, you know, exact situation that was gonna happen, but there's really only two situations. So that's actually good. Can't give you the exact one, but I can give you two. There's two scenarios, like I just said. Test the 50 SMA, find resistance, and come back down for a retest. Or just jump straight through that and continue up and testing this 200 potentially. So that is basically the two things that are going to happen. Now, I guess there is one more after that. So once one of those two things happens, we could either, you know, if we get the retest and we come back up, that's good. If we get the retest and we break 264, this line right here, we looking to the left, I mean, the next level down really is looking like it's around, you know, 230-ish area, 230 to 245, something like that. That's kind of vague, but that's, you know, somewhere right in the middle of this little area right here, because if we draw a level of support where we have a couple touch points, it's about right here. So around, you know, 238, 240, something like that. That's going to be the next level down where we could potentially find some more support. Other than that, it's probably likely coming down to the 180, 190 range if we break these levels. Now, that's not set in stone. It's just me looking here really quickly at these levels of support that I can see with my eyes in 2 seconds, right? If I really dive in here, I could probably find a few more levels on the way down here, because we are in a daily time frame. So if I were to switch down to like a 1 hour or a 30-minute, we could probably find some more levels, but these are like main ones. But anyways, like I said, guys, we're still waiting to get up here and test this 50 in this demand zone. Look to the left. If you look over here, I have this circle. This is a demand zone in the past where we have jumped pretty far. I mean, we've busted through a few of these. Now, if we break to the upside, the banks might use this spot again to move the market. I mean, who knows? Nobody really knows. We can just, you know, the only way to really predict where price is going to move from is by using supply and demand, really. And we know that the banks used this zone in the past. So I don't know if they will again. Hopefully they do. This is basically a fresh zone, right? It's only been used one time. And typically in supply and demand, when you're using supply and demand, these zones, they get hit, you know, 1, 2, 3 times, and then they're done. So this has only been used one time. In fact, here we did get a jump off of this zone. If you look at this, the way I'm looking at it, the way I'm trying to look at it, we did have a jump here, okay? So one could argue that this was the second touch, and this was number 2, where they used it to move the market back to the upside. You know, but you know, one could argue that it's not too, because it didn't really go that far, and we didn't really just jump out of it and move real quick. So that, you know, this right here, this touch that's pretty close, around 391. The top of the zone is about 388, and we came down on this candle to about 391. So, and this took us, you know, back up towards that trend line. We didn't even get up towards the trend line, really. So I'm just not really going to call that you know, I'm not going to call that a second time. All right, we're gonna stick with this. Has only been used once, and hopefully if we get back above it, they decide to do it again. We could do the same kind of thing where we break through, come back down for the retest, and then move out of this zone. So we're looking to break the 50, come back down for the retest, and then make the big move. Same thing going on with the wedge, right? We don't need a retest on the wedge, but we could use one because then we know we have some support here. So I feel like if the retest did come down and came back down to this level, you know, 265, 268, something like that, we would just have another confirmation that this is the floor because, well, if you look at this, we have 1, 2, 3 really big touch points here along this line, you know, before the breakout. So, you know, it's kind of up in the air, but there's a few things that can happen here, all right? We're not going to talk about if we break below that because we haven't done that yet. So, like I said, just a really quick recap for you guys. We've broken out of the wedge. We're coming up to test the 50. That's probably for sure going to happen. I give it a 95% chance, 98 even probably percent chance that we're coming up to the 50 SMA around 372, probably tomorrow. Maybe the next day, but probably tomorrow. And we're either going to find resistance or we're going to break through and close. And that's, you know, obviously what we want is to break through and close. We don't always have to have the retest, but if we don't, we're coming back down probably for a retest around 265, 268, something like that. And hopefully we can find some support and then make the big move up. But guys, the first confirmation we really need is just getting above this 50 SMA with the close. Because once we do that, the 50 is going to start curving like this, okay? And we really want to see a golden cross happen down here, something like that, and price be, you know, right here, and then it pushes the price up. You know, that was a really bad drawing. Oh my god. But that's kind of what we're looking for, guys. Oh man. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. We need to get above the 50, get above this demand zone, and hopefully, with any luck, they will use this zone again to drive the market price up. All right, let's talk about Fintel real quick. We have almost done 450,000 on Fintel. Yesterday we had like 3 point, what was it? Was it 3? It was 2.9. 2.9 million available here. So this thing got shorted today pretty hard. You know, I think yesterday was a combination of shorts closing and just, you know, market rebound, and that's kind of why we ran so much. But guys, at these prices, I think shorts are going to continue to close. I mean, there's not much further down this thing can go. What are they gonna? We're gonna ride this down to a penny? No, I doubt it. It's not even really logical. So I think you're gonna start seeing these open back up in the millions in the next coming days, weeks, and you know, I just feel it in my bonesies, guys. I feel it in my bonesies. We're gonna be back up testing 975, and I don't think it's gonna be that far away. And I don't think it's gonna take a catalyst to make us be testing this 975. This is gonna happen naturally, I think, and you know, I don't want to give a time frame because I don't know, right? I really try, you know, in my personal trading and in my, you know, one-on-one sessions to teach people to not try to predict the market. Do not try to predict. Instead, try to react, right? Because the price action and whatever indicators you use, which I don't use too many, I use naked price action, and the price action tells me everything I need to know. It will tell you what's going on. There's no need to try and predict the market. That's when you start chasing the market. That's when you start losing money, and it's better to just react to the price, because then you have confirmations and you can say, okay, hey, we broke the 50 SMA. Now we can come up and test the 200. Hey, we broke the 200. Now we can come up and test, you know, this level of structure, blah, 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 so on and so forth. All right. So right now, guys, today was kind of a boring day, but we did all right. You know, we did okay. As it stands right now, after hours, we are down 2.31%. So, you know, we're kind of just hanging out in the same thing, in the same spot we were this morning. And I still think that the retest is possible, but I think that we're probably, at this point, since we did not get the very quick retest, probably going to come up and test the 50 SMA and then decide if we're coming back down for the retest. All right, that's just probably what's going to happen. It seems very likely. We're only about, what, 22 cents away, 32 cents away, I'm sorry, from, you know, testing the 50. So I really hope we get a close on the daily above that. That's going to be very good. And that's going to be the confirmation number one that we are potentially starting to reverse off of this floor around 265, right? Guys, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and always hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop a video or go live, all right? Peace and love from mine. That's all I have for you today, guys. TradeModeJames, Zone Trading Group, out. Peace.